Hi guys, I wanted to do a new set of videos really because if anyone's been watching my videos lately they've noticed I've not done any reviews in about 6 months, and the simple reason is I do want to do reviews, and the only problem is I don't really enjoy doing it because I try to take it a bit too professional by putting like a fake TV in the background and pre-writing something, and it just takes the fun out of doing a video. And I always think that when I finish a game, time I've completed it, like the review period has passed and people won't be bothered about it, so that's why I've not been doing reviews. But at the same time I've noticed a lot of people obviously do what I've been playing kind of videos, so I thought instead of I don't want to say look I've just been playing this and finishing it, so I thought I'm going to combine them together. I'm going to start a new series simply called Start and Finish, and all it is every episode I shall tell you what game I've just finished, review it and tell you what I'm about to start. And then obviously the next video should be then that game finished, and then the next one will be started. So to start us off, I will go with what I've just finished, and that is Dead Island. Now this has taken me some time to actually complete because I've decided to do it completely co-op with my friend James. So if he's not been online, I've not gone any further in this game and we've gone all the way through it together. And when we first started playing it, was like instantly in love with it because you smash zombies' heads in, there's nothing wrong with that. But then we kind of went to a part of the city where it was all raining, and it was like, I went to go in the sewers, and we just didn't enjoy it as much, and was like, oh, so we kind of put the game down for a bit, and then we picked it up over the last 2 days, and we just so in love with it, couldn't put it down, and we just sat there and clocked it. So, is this game worth buying? I'll say definitely. First of all, I actually think it's a blatant rip-off of Borderlands. As soon as I finished playing this, we went straight on to Borderlands and were shocked how exactly the same game it is. Even when you go down to actually when you shoot an enemy, if you shoot an enemy on fire, because it's constantly taking damage off him, XP shoots off the body, just like in Borderlands. And at the same time, obviously, more you actually do, you'll gain XP, and then with that XP, you actually unlock perks. And you've got 3 sets of perks, and you can only unlock the top perk, and that will allow you to unlock further down, just like in Borderlands. And on top of it, while you're actually fighting, it constantly builds up a rage bar, and then when it's full, you can go in rage mode and use your special ability, just like in Borderlands. So it does feel like a copy of Borderlands. And then on top of it, obviously you've got your normal zombies, but then you have different types of zombies, and every so often you'll get a really big badass, and every so often there's a really big fat one that pukes sick out, just like Left 4 Dead, and occasionally there's a really big one that's just got big arms and will smack you around like a tank from Left 4 Dead. So it sounds like it's just Borderlands and Left 4 Dead. If they had sex together and made a love child, this would be this game. But is that a bad thing? No, because they've actually done it really well. If it was just a blatant copy and they had nothing extra added to it, I'd be like, meh, but it's actually a really fun game. When I first actually watched the trailers about it on the internet, I looked at it and you could see when you could actually mod weapons and add batteries to it and electrocute zombies, and I thought, you know what, I thought it was going to be a realistic kind of zombie survival game, and when I saw that I was like, oh, it's really let me down. But after playing it, it's brilliant, because when we first started playing it, was getting the weapons and we were just hacking zombies up, and we didn't spend much time modding them, we were just repairing them all the time. And after a bit, we got a few blueprints to say how you can make these weapons, and then it kind of changes the game, because at the very start we were just going into a room, killing the zombies, and if there was someone who would take it, but we wouldn't exactly go in all the drawers finding scrap metal and cables and duct tape. We wasn't bothered about it. But then when you start progressing through and actually wanting to make these badass weapons, you'll actually have a look at the obviously you need some, I don't know, screws or some sellotape and stuff like that, so it will force you, when you actually go into an office block, you'll actually go around, and I've got my mate, he's down one side looking for it, and I'm looking for the other, and it feels, it's not necessarily super realistic, but it's quite good, because like on Left 4 Dead, you just kind of killed and walked off, and now we're like, right, what can we steal from this room now we've cleared it out of zombies? So that feature in itself is really, really good. Also, the actual way the game works, how it will start off on the beach, and then obviously you'll have a central base of such. Then from there you'll have several side missions as well as your main quest. The main quest will then take you to a new town. Same again, you'll have a central base and loads of side quests in the main mission. And I quite like how it takes you around this actual map, but every so often brings you back to the same places again. So we was always happy when we come back to the beach, just because it's a really nice map. And just the game overall is really, really good. And what we thought was quite good is when we first started playing it, if you actually kick a zombie, you can just infinitely kick them and keep the zombies away. So provided you don't mind running around doing the can-can, the zombies can't really touch you. And as soon as we saw that, we went, oh, that's a shame, I wish they didn't do that. Then when we put it in last night, an update came down and they'd removed that feature, so after a bit when you start kicking them, your stamina goes down and then you can't kick them anymore. And soon as that happened, was like, crap, we shouldn't have said that really, because this has made it really difficult. But with that challenge, it actually made it more enjoyable. So they've actually listened to what problems there has been, and they've actually tweaked them, which is good, because a lot of places say, oh, we'll fix this, and it doesn't feel like they do. Whereas on Dead Island, they've listened and they fixed it. But there is one or two glitches in there which are annoying, but these are like story glitches. It might not happen for everyone, so again, I will assume they're going to be patched out. But last night we was going through and we had to speak to a bloke and simply guide him all the way to the boat without him dying. But there was no zombies around, so obviously they've not programmed it in. If he dies, the mission's failed. It knows he will always go from A to B, and all you got to do is follow. And that sounded okay, apart from the prat tripped over his own ankle and fell into some fire and killed himself. And then that was it. We just stood there watching this NPC burn and going, what do we do now? So we had to just quit the game, start up again, and then he ran fine, but we didn't trust him then. We don't think we could trust him in a combat situation if he can't actually go down a flight of steps. But yeah, that's the only major glitch that we actually did have. But like I say, there may be a few more in there, but they'll probably get patched. But they are fixing all the little things that need to be fixed. The only main problem that I can actually moan about this game is the 4 characters. Now, again, you just have like 2 guys, 2 girls, very feels like Left 4 Dead again. But I've got no problem with the characters, because what I did is I played as the one guy, James played as the other guy, and then that was it, we just went off. But what's the stupid thing is, every time we get so far it gives you a cutscene, and then in that cutscene it will show you all 4 characters. Well, these 2 women was never with us, so it kind of detracts from it. You go in feeling alone. Me and him have been fighting through all these zombies. Then when you look at the cutscene, there's like a party of people and you're like, no, that's not how we got there. And it just feels stupid. And on top of it, when you're actually going through the game, you bump into different NPCs and they don't show the amazing amount of emotion, but when you're talking to them, you believe what they're saying, and that's kind of cool. But when it shows you the cutscenes, it's so robotic, so really bad. The characters show no emotion, and there's a woman just going, well, you was a police officer, so you should do the right thing. And then that was it. I don't know what accent that was. Anyway, that was an NPC accent. But yeah, it's just really, really bad, and it detracts from it. It would have been better if they would have just got rid of the cutscenes and had the NPCs tell the story all the way along, and it never stopped, and that would have been a much better game. So it's actually taken more time and effort to make these cutscenes, and in the end, it's actually damaged the game in my eyes. So yeah, the game is great. It's definitely worth a purchase. I don't know how good it would be on single player, because I did it all on co-op, and I think that's where the fun came, because there's a few times when we was running down corridors and we just thought it's impossible to take this amount of zombies on, or there's a couple of big ones. So I would be running and James would be standing there with the door going, quick, quick, and he would shut the door behind it just in the nick of time, and that was fun, bouncing off each other and screaming down corridors and stuff like that. So I think this is a co-op game really. So yeah, all in all then, I'd say pick this up, but make sure your friends also picked it up. So now, what I'm actually going to start playing, and the whole idea of this video actually is if I actually say on camera I'm going to start this game, therefore it will make me complete it so I can do the next episode to say what my review is. And the thing is, I put a lot of games down and don't complete them, so fingers crossed this set of videos is actually going to make me complete more games. So what I'm about to start playing is Batman Arkham Asylum. Now, the main reason I'm going to play this is because it's on loan. Somebody's borrowed it from work, so obviously I want to complete it as soon as possible so I can give them back. But I've played roughly, I don't know, say 30 minutes to an hour of this so far, and I'm just very, very impressed. Mainly just because when you actually fight, when you connect with somebody, it feels like you connect and don't accidentally go through the body sometimes like most games do. And obviously everybody's been reviewing and saying this is an absolute cracking game, and it's just a must for me because Arkham City also looks amazing, and I don't want to play that until I complete this. So that is exactly what I'm doing. That's finished, and that started. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers, bye.